Coronation Street favorite Kirk Sutherland has been taking a backseat from the drama on the ITV soap, but following teasers from official soap spoilers, Express.co.uk have come up with a new theory which could see the beloved character get a greater role on the cobbles. Kirk, played by Andy Wymant, has been serving as a supporting character in some of the major storylines on Coronation Street in recent weeks, most notably the part he played in helping his sister Maria Connor, Samir Longchambon, secure local councillor position. The beloved character has also shown his stepson, Craig Tinker Carlson Smith, the ropes at the Underworld Factory after he took up a temporary position there. However, it seems the ITV soap stalwart could get the promotion of his dreams when a newcomer discovers Kirk has huge potential in the industry. Since joining the soap in 2000, Kirk has had a number of jobs, but the one he seems to be most proud of is his role at the Underworld Factory. The beloved character has been the head of the packing department over the years, and he was joined by Paul Foreman, Peter Ash, for a short time when he was first released from prison. Despite Carla Connor, Alison King, and Sarah Platt, Tina O'Brien, taking a shine to him and his can-do attitude, his bosses have never really promoted him. Until next week's episodes, which feature a big turning point in Kirk's career as they are left dumbfounded when he impresses a new client. He doesn't do any snazzy presentations or make a big commotion, but he talks to the new client about why he loves his job in the packing department. Impressed with this performance, the newcomer, who goes under the name of Mr. Geronimo, places an order with the Underworld Factory. Carla and Sarah are both over the moon they have managed to secure a client, but they are reminded they weren't the ones who closed the deal. Kirk's wife, Beth Tinker, Lisa George, tells her bosses her man needs to be given a promotion for the effort he put in. They reluctantly agree to give the beloved character the title of Extra Office Administrator, which pleases him immensely. However, over the coming months, Kirk could prove he is worth a lot more to the factory than being an administrator. This is where the clients of Underworld Factory come together to denounce Carla and Sarah as bosses, as they state they won't order with the business until Kirk is in charge. Needing to keep the factory afloat, the pair could agree to let the head of the packing department stand in as interim boss. Getting a flair for his supposedly temporary new role, Kirk could show a more devious side to his personality as he plans to take over the factory for good. He could tell Carla and Sarah they need to put everything into his name or he will expose their lie they didn't hand over complete control to him. Although they wouldn't have their business, they would have their reputations to protect, and they could agree to hand over the power to Kirk. But just how long would he be able to keep the business going before running it into the ground, or could the change in management be a good thing for Underworld? As someone who has worked on the floor, Kirk would have an understanding of his employees' needs as well as those of the business. Beth will certainly be behind him, but others on the force, such as Sally Metcalf, Sally Dinover, will be skeptical as to whether he can pull off such a feat. Having had an allegiance with Carla for years, Sally could lead the revolt to put Mrs. Connor and Mrs. Barlow back in power. Though, she could be reminded she will be out of a job too if the clients don't sign deals because Kirk is not in charge. Will the soap stalwart stay silent and allow Kirk to implement his measures, or will she come up with a plan to ensure he is humiliated in front of the clients? In the midst of the pandemic during October 2020, the actor who plays Kirk, Andy, celebrated playing his character for 2 decades. To mark the occasion, the soap star posted a picture of himself outside the Rover's return and paid homage to the formidable Kirk. The actor wrote, in view of his 400,000 followers, "It's been 20 years to the day since my first ever episode as Kirk on at Coronation Street. It's been an absolute honor to be a part of this incredible show that I've been a fan of from being a kid for so many years. I love playing Kirk and hope to do so for many more years. #CoroFamily." Becoming the new boss of the Underworld Factory would certainly cement his place in the Coronation Street history books. Not only have the likes of Carla and Sarah managed the business in the past, but also the legendary Mike Baldwin, Johnny Briggs, Kirk would be the first character to bring some fun to the factory, which is what it would need after being a staple establishment on the cobbles since 1997. Back in July last year, Andy signed another one-year contract to play the beloved character for even longer, so there is lots to come for the quirky cobbles resident. A source told The Sun at the time, "Andy just loves Corrie. It is in his blood and he never wants to go anywhere else." He told the execs he'd sign for life if they'd let him.